Hi there, good day. Welcome to Parvatech, and this is Fatika Majumdar. Today I will be the trainer for MySQL. So I hope you guys had been practicing whatever I have been teaching, and now I have started again brushing up, all the concepts. So this would be basically our practical or practice sessions so that you guys gain confidence while running the codes on your own. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll just open my console of MySQL. So I will enter the password here now. All right. And now, as you guys already know, the first few steps, what are those? Check the databases. Okay. What is the command? Show databases. All right, guys, run this command. I will give you some time. I hope you guys have written it. So put a semicolon and hit the enter button. Now you guys can see all the databases which are there. All right. So now we will shift to our desired database wherever we wanna work, or we have our required table stored in which way database. So we will move on to that very database. So I will be moving on to the database named Swatika. All right. So what was the command? Use database. All right. So I would write here use database. All right. So I would give you guys some time to write the command. I hope you guys have written this very syntax without any spelling mistake. Then put a semicolon and hit the enter button. Sorry, use database name. All right. So I would be writing here Swatika semicolon. So guys, write the name of the database in whichever database you guys want to shift. So I would give you guys some time. I hope it's done now. So now hit the enter button. All right, so see here, database changed. Now, again, what was our third step is to check the tables. All right, so I would just write here again, what was the syntax to check the tables which are present in that very database. The syntax is show tables. All right, semicolon. So guys, please write this very code, show tables, without any spelling mistake. And now end the code with semicolon and hit the enter button. Now see, there is only one table, that is EMP. All right. Now, as I had shown in the previous lecture, that I have downloaded a few tables for MySQL, which you guys can also do. Just Google out and you guys can get it. All right. So what was how to load those very tables in MySQL? I hope you guys remember that. I would brush up this thing again today itself. All right. So do it with me. Write the keyword source. All right. Give a space. Go to the location wherever you guys have saved that very downloaded files for SQL. All right. Right click on that very file. Go to properties. All right. So once you do that, right click and then go to properties. You guys can see the location here under the general tab. Okay. This general tab, and when you click on it, then you get the location. All right. Now just copy the entire location here. Okay. So what is the location? The location is C drive, then users, then Swatika Majumdar, then desktop, MySQL sample database. Okay, you guys would be having some other path. So just copy the path, all right, and then paste here. But guys, this is not the end. Again, put a backward slash, all right, go back. This is like okay, all right. So go back again, right click on the file, rename, and copy the entire file. Okay, I have to do it again. Rename, yes, copy the entire file name along with this one. All right, so copy along with the extension. All right, .sql. Now end it with a semicolon and hit the enter button. So the query is getting run. All right, so it is done now. I will give you guys a minute of time to run this very same code. I hope you guys remember what was the code. Source, that is SOURCE, then give the file path after a space, and then again after putting a backward slash, put the name of the file along with its extension. All right, then end the code with a semicolon and hit the enter button. So guys, I will just give you a minute of time, so please run this very code. Just load those very tables which you guys have downloaded as I had asked, all right, from Google, and then we will proceed further. Sorry. All right guys, I hope you guys have run the code and you guys have loaded the table in your database, your current database. All right, so now we would check the database. I mean, we would check the tables which have got loaded in the database now. So what is the syntax for that? Show tables. Okay, so again we would run this very command, show tables, without any spelling mistake. Put a semicolon and hit the enter button. Okay, now what are the tables here which we have just loaded? All right, so they are customers, employees, offices, order details, orders, payments, product lines, and products. Yesterday we had seen the very basic commands. All right, basically we hovered around the select command, all the kinds of select command. Now only one was left, that was select distinct. So I would brush up that again. So what was select distinct command for? Select distinct basically helps in fetching the distinct, okay, the unique records. All right, so now let's get started with the select distinct command. So first let us do one thing. First let us just do this select star. Suppose we want to check from the customers. Okay, select star from customers. We would write here, because we would check the records in the table customers. All right, all the records. And now end the code with a semicolon and hit the enter button. All right, so it just got run, and there are 122 rows in this very table. All right, so now we would suppose just check select star from customers, and just we would check the first 10 records. So I would write here limit 10, enter. All right, so now we have got the record of first in rows of this very column. So now, what are the fields here? Customer number, customer name, contact last name, contact first name, phone number, address line 1, address line 2, city, state, postal code, country, sales rep employee number, credit limit. All right. Now suppose here we want to check, all the records, okay, of but the countries should be distinct in nature. All right. So we would just let's start from the name of the table is customers. Sorry, we will just write here select distinct. And we want to check the distinct records of the table from the table customers, suppose of the row country. So you would write here select distinct country, like this, the name of the column from customers. All right. Now put the semicolon and hit the enter button. So what are the distinct countries which we have got here? That is France, USA, Australia, Norway, Poland, Germany, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, Singapore, Portugal, Japan, Finland, UK, Ireland, Canada, Hong Kong, Italy, Switzerland, Netherlands, Belgium, New Zealand, South Africa, Austria, Philippines, Russia, and Israel. Okay, so it shows 27 records here. So these are the 27 unique countries, unique values present in the column country from the table customers. Okay, so we will try out with the others as well, but before that I will give you guys a minute of time so that you guys can run this very code. All right, so I will just wait for 1 minute. So guys, remember what is the code here? Select distinct, that is the keyword, okay, in order to find the unique records across the columns in the table. All right, rest everything remains same, only this very new keyword is added to it. Select distinct, then the column name or column names from customers. All right, now suppose we want to check the cities. Okay, we want to check the distinct value of the city column in the table. So we would write here select distinct, then the name of the column. What is it? City. City from, what is the name of our table? Customers. All right. So we would write here select distinct city from customers. All right. Put the semicolon and hit the enter button. Now see how many records are there. There are 95 records. Okay, because there would be so many cities in all those countries, so all the unique values have been shown here. Now suppose we want to check distinct of, suppose, just a minute, we'll just have to scroll up. All right. So now you guys have understood the select distinct. All right. Now suppose we wanna check select country and also the city together from customers. All right. So now, as you guys can see, mm, this has, all right, this is not given us a correct this thing. Select, we would write here, select city, comma, country from customers. I believe there are some errors, all right, while filling in the table itself because some records are showing properly, all right, because see, North Sydney, Australia, then Geneva, Switzerland, Oslo, Norway, all these records, like of the cities, unique cities, are showing properly, but there are some records which are not matching. Here, it's fine, then Brandenburg, Germany, but and then Philadelphia, USA, Los Angeles, USA, but there must be some wrong values, okay, against some records in the table because Brisbane is not in USA. As far as I know, Brisbane is in Australia. All right. So most of these like London, UK, Auckland, New Zealand, they're fine, but maybe due to some there must be some errors in the table. Rest, like as you can see, most of the results fetched, like they're all correct. So now we will check some other results. All right. Suppose now we would start with the conditions command. All right. That is the where command. All right. So suppose we will just describe the structure of the table once because it would be very easier for us to know the column names. Else every time we have to scroll up. So I'm just writing, DESC and then the name of the table. That is, what was that? Customers. So CUSTOMERS. All right, and end it with a semicolon and hit the enter button. So here we get to see, whatever fields, whatever columns are there, and the type of, the data type which is there inside that very columns, and also if there are any null values, if they are allowed or not, and whichever keys are there, the primary or the foreign keys. So here also we can check, and these things I have already taught you and along the practice session as well in our previous tutorial. So now we would start with the condition. All right, so suppose we would write here select star. Suppose we want to fetch all the results, okay, with some conditions attached. Select star from the table name, that is customers. Okay, there. Now what do you want to find? Now you want to find, suppose, where this country, all right, where country is equal to, suppose you wanna see USA. All right, so now we have written here select star from customers where country is equal to USA. Now we want to fetch only those records where the country is USA. All right, so we would just end the code with a semicolon and hit the enter button. Now you guys can see only, you know see here, only where the country is USA is being shown here. All right. Now we can also do some other things. We can write here, suppose where country is equal to USA, comma, country is equal to UK. We want both these records. All right. So hit an enter button. Sorry, it's showing. All right. So what we can do is that we can write this in command here. So where country in, we would write here within bracket USA, comma, UK. Yes. So I hope you guys remember this very syntax in which we would do again in great detail. So this means what? The records are fetched wherever the country is either USA or UK. All right. So now see. So only the USA and UK countries results have been fetched. Okay. Now suppose we wanna check. Select star. Okay. Where country is equal to, now suppose we want to check for Germany. All right, select star from customers where country is equal to Germany. All right, so hit now end the code with a semicolon, and now remember the data type. So what was our data type? Varchar. So we are putting this, we are putting the name of the country in quotations. All right, now hit the enter button. All right, so now the results, wherever the country is Germany, only the country with Germany is being shown. Now suppose we will check what are the cities given here. See the cities here are Frankfurt, Cologne. All right, so now suppose we want the records where the city is Frankfurt. Okay, only those records. Just copy. So here we will write select star from countries. All right. Now where city is equal to Frankfurt. Within quotations, and then end it with semicolon, hit the enter button. Now see there are only two records here. Okay. With the city Frankfurt. So those two records have been shown here. All right. Now suppose we want to check. We do not want the entire result as such. All right. So we only want to check, only we want to get some of the columns. All right, where there are some conditions. So suppose we want only customer, the columns customer number, then customer name, and the phone number. So what is the name of the column? It is phone. All right, from where? From our table customers. All right, where country is equal to, within quotations. Suppose now we want to check for Italy now. All right, so end the quotation and end the statement with a semicolon and hit the enter button. Now see, the columns customer number, customer name, and phone numbers have been shown only where the country is Italy. All right, or now suppose we can also check, we can also attach address here. So phone Now suppose we would write here address 1, address. Make sure that you write the proper spelling of, you know, the columns. Address line 1, city, comma state, comma postal code. Okay, from customers where country is equal to Italy. We want only those very columns from the table customers where the country is Italy. Enter. Now see, here you can see customer name, customer number, phone number, all right, address line, all right, address line 1, city, all right, state, and the postal code. Okay, so here we are done here. Now we will check this very same syntaxes in the other tables as well, so that you guys get like very well savvy with these very basic syntaxes. All right, so we will check there. So firstly, we don't want to scroll up and up, so we would just check show tables command so that it becomes easier for us. We have already seen for the table customers. Okay, now we would check for the other tables. Enter. All right, so here we would check, suppose here for the employees, we would once do DESC employees, semicolon, and hit the enter. Okay, so these are our fields, and the data type here is given along with if the value which would be, inside this very fields or the columns would be null or not, or if that's a primary key or a foreign key or whatever it is. All these things have been mentioned here. All right, so these things have already been taught in detail in our previous lectures, so please, if you have any doubt, please go through those lectures and keep practicing really well so that you get a grasp of the syntaxes. Okay, so now we will write here select, suppose distinct here. Okay, suppose we want to know select distinct, which column do you want? Suppose we want to check select distinct job title here. Okay, select distinct. First we will check, first we will check select star from the table employees. Okay, in the code with semicolon, hit the enter button. How many records are there? 23 rows. All right, now suppose we want to check the job titles here, the unique job titles we want to check. Okay, so we will write here select, okay, and then the job title, sorry, distinct, distinct. Now which column we want? Job title. So write here job title. From where? From the table employees. So select distinct, column name job title, from the table name employees. Okay, so semicolon, enter. So what are the unique job titles here? President, VP sales, VP marketing, sales manager APAC, so which means the sales manager of the APAC region, Asia Pacific, sales manager EMEA, so the sales manager of the Europe, Middle East, Africa region, sales manager NA, that means sales manager of the North America region, and then sales rep, which might be sales representative, meaning, okay. So here we have got these. Now suppose we want to check now the office codes, the unique office codes. Okay, we want to fetch, so we would write here select, then again what? Distinct, distinct, office code now, OFFICE CODE, which is the name of our column name. Okay, select distinct office code from where? From our table name employees. All right, so end the code with a semicolon. and hit the enter button. So what are the unique office codes there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. I hope you guys are practicing side by side with me. So I would give you a minute of time to run this select distinct command from your side. I hope you guys have done now. Now suppose we would run the select distinct command with a condition. So suppose we would write here select distinct, okay, select distinct select distinct office code, okay, from employees, the table name, where job title is equal to sales rep, within quotations, okay, in the code with a semicolon, and hit the enter button. Suppose we would write this one as well, select office code, comma, job title, enter. Now see, just because all these sales representative title have, all these very unique office codes, so it is showing here. Now suppose we would change it here, so we would write here VP. What was our result before? We would just check, okay. Suppose we would write here, we want the VP of sales, okay, VP sales. So here we would write here, we would just copy paste rather, because we don't want any, spelling mistake or something like that. So we would just select it and just copy. All right. Now, suppose we would write here within quotations this VP of sales and close the quotation and put a semicolon. So what we have written here, select distinct office code, also the job title we want, okay, from employees, that is the name of our table, where job title is equal to VP of sales. Now let's see which unique office codes does it fetch, okay, enter. Now see, there is only one unique office code, that is the office code is 1 again here, where the job title is VP of sales, okay. I hope this is clear to you guys. All right, now we would check in some other commands, or maybe we would just in and one more table we would just run this very command, so that this very syntax, you guys get a very strong hold on it. All right, so we would just check again, show tables, so that we do not have to keep on hovering or scrolling upwards. So suppose now we would check here which one. Suppose we would check here orders now. So DESC orders. All right, semicolon, hit the enter button. So this is the construction of our table orders here. So we would just check here, once select star from orders, I will not spend much time here because this I have already taught and also had held a practice session. So just enter. Okay, I have written a wrong spelling there. So select L, enter. The query is getting run. All right, so there are 326 rows in this very table. Suppose we want to check only the top 10 here now. So I would just write here limit 10, enter. All right, so these are the, records of the top 10 rows in this very table orders. Now suppose we want to check the distinct values of order date. Okay, so we would write here select distinct order date. All right, from orders. All right, orders. All right, so we would write here select distinct order date from orders, which is the name of our table, put a semicolon and hit the enter button. So these are the unique number of order dates, unique values, sorry, of order dates rather, in this very column. All right, so now let's check some other distinct values as well. Suppose we want the status, only the unique value of status is whichever is there in the table. All right, so we would write here select distinct status. So we want to check the distinct values of the column status from the table orders. All right, so select distinct status from orders and end the code by a semicolon and hit the enter button. So what is the status? The unique statuses are shipped, resolved, cancelled, on hold, disputed, in process. All right. Now suppose we want to check select star from the table name, that is orders, where status is equal to cancelled. We want to check the cancelled status. We want to check all the values there, the records wherever the status is cancelled. All right, so we would write here select star from orders where status is equal to cancelled within quotations, because remember the data type. Okay, so followed by a semicolon and hit the enter button. Now see, these are the records where the status hold cancelled. Okay, so we have got all the details: the order number, order date, required date, ship date, the status wherever it is cancelled, comments. Okay, now where is the first comment, and also the customer number also is there. So suppose the first comment, okay, where is it? Customer called to cancel, the warehouse was not notified in time, and the order did not ship. They have, where is it written? A new VP of sales and they're shifting their sales model. Our VP of sales should contact them. All right, so whatever comments are there, so that is mentioned there. All right, now suppose we want to check some for some other. Okay, we don't want this cancelled now. We want to check suppose on hold. Okay, or maybe in process, or whichever you guys want to. Suppose I am checking here for okay, in process now. Okay, in process. Okay, so select star from orders where status is in process. Or suppose we don't want all, we don't want select, we don't want all the entries, so we suppose we want only the comment. Okay, why is it like, what is the comment but behind this very status? All right, so select comments, comments, be very careful with the spelling. All right, So the name of the table, the name of the column is comments from the table name, which is orders here, where status is in progress, okay, within quotations, and followed by a semicolon, then hit the enter button. Now see, the comments are actually, most of them are null. They have not put any comment here. So only one, custom shipping instructions were sent to warehouse, okay, which is for in process. Now suppose we want to check the comments for, suppose we want to check for resolved now, or cancelled we have already seen, or maybe for on hold we want to check. All right, so we would write here on hold. So select comments from orders where status is equal to on hold. Okay, so hit the enter button now. So now what are the comments here? The outstanding balance for this customer exceeds their credit limit. Orders will be shipped when a payment is received, or else customer credit limit exceeded will ship when a payment is received. Now suppose we want to check only the unique comments here. Suppose, so what will we do here? Select distinct. Now the column name, comments from the table name, which is orders here, okay, where status is equal to in process. Okay, now end the quotation and end the coding with this semicolon and hit the enter button. Now only two are there. Okay, so what are those? Null and custom shipping instructions were sent to warehouse. Okay. All right, so this is showing for in process. Now suppose we want the same for on hold. Okay, we want the unique comments from the table orders and where the status is on hold. Enter. Now what are those? The outstanding balance for this customer exceeds their credit limit. Order will be shipped when a payment is received, and the customer credit limit exceeded will ship when a payment is received. Now, so now you, as you guys can see, we are playing, we are juggling between the syntaxes, we are juggling between the different commands, and we are clubbing them together as and when necessary. So in this very code, what do we see here? What do we learn? We learn a few combination of syntaxes or the keywords in one single code. What is it? We have learned, we have put here select, then distinct. So select distinct, which would be fetching the unique values. Okay, then also we have learned this where, okay, this condition. All right, so we are fetching the unique values with a condition. All right, and also for very specific are a particular row, I mean sorry, a particular column. So here we are done with this. All right, now we would check some other syntaxes as well. Okay, so suppose here we want, now we would move on to and, or, and not operators. Okay, now again we would just check this show tables, just in order to avoid scrolling upwards for so long time. So write the command, write the syntax show tables, put a semicolon and hit the enter button. All right, so we can see, so customers, it's better to do with the customers table as of now because it has got a lot of records there. So we would just take the construction once again, DESC, and the table name, that is customers, semicolon, enter. Okay, so now suppose we want to check, we want to fetch the results. Suppose select star from the table name customers. Now where, suppose we want to check now, country is equal to US. Suppose the country is UK, okay, and city is equal to London, okay, semicolon. Now what do we want here? We want to get all the values, all the records from the table customers wherever both the conditions here have to be satisfied, okay. Both the country has to be UK as well as the city has to be London. Only those very records have to be displayed here. All right. So end the coding with a semicolon and then hit the enter button. I will just wait for a few minutes for you guys to write this very command. So please write it. And then we will hit the enter button and check what is the value there. What is the result which is being shown. I'll give you guys a minute of time. So please do it. So I hope you guys have written it. Now we would hit the enter button here. Now see, both the conditions have been satisfied here. Now for AND condition, as I have already taught in the previous lectures, whatever the conditions are given with the operator AND, all those very conditions have to be satisfied simultaneously. All right. So here see, the city is London, okay, along with the country which is UK. Now suppose we would write here select star from customers where city is London, but okay, the country, we will write some other country. Suppose the country is Italy, and now here we would write here or, okay. So this is the one. Now what this says, select star, so fetch all the records from customers, so from the table customers where country is either Italy or the city is London. So either of the conditions have to be satisfied. It's not that both the conditions have to be satisfied simultaneously, but even if either of the conditions get satisfied, the record would be shown. Okay. Now end the coding with a semicolon and hit the enter button. Now see, the country here, where is it? See here, the country is Italy, Italy, UK, Italy, Italy, UK. Why? Because we had put the country is either Italy or city is London. Now wherever the city is London, here see it is London and here also it's London. So the country here will be showing as UK, and for the country where there is Italy, there will be other cities, Torino, Bergamo, whatever the cities are, Milan. So these things, all these records will be popped up. Okay. Now see, there are 6 rows where the country is either Italy or the city is London. All right. I hope you guys have understood how to do it. Okay. So I hope you guys have understood the fine difference between the operators and or as well. All right. So what does it do? For and, whatever the number of conditions given here, given during the code, all the conditions have to be satisfied simultaneously. On the other hand, for the operator or, either of the conditions mentioned in the code has to be satisfied. If either of the conditions get satisfied, the result would be shown. It's more like a union for or syntax, and for and syntax, it's more of a kind of an intersection. All right. So we would, just to clear the concepts a little more, we would practice a bit more of this and or command. Okay. Now we would check the other, tables. So for that, I would again do show tables. Enter. Now we would go to employees. Okay. So DSC employees. We'll just check the structure. Semicolon. Enter. Okay. Now suppose, let's just check, select star from orders, sorry, from employees. Okay. Limit 10, just the first 10. Okay. Just to get the big idea once more. And exit, and end the code by a semicolon and hit the enter button. Okay. So these are the ones. So now we will check. Okay. No, now we would write here select star from the table that is employees. All right. Where, now we would put the conditions. All right. Now we would write here where, suppose job title is equal to sales rep within quotations, sales rep within quotations, and office code is equal to, now see here, office code here is varchar. Okay. See, so you guys have to again put the office code in quotations because the data type is varchar. Had it been integer or so, quotations would have not been required here. So we would write the office code in quotations. So start the quotation where in office code is suppose 2. Okay. Close the quotation and close the code with a semicolon. So again check, the code here, select star. So select, fetch all the records, okay, from the table, which is employees, where job title is sales rep and office code is 2. So we want both the conditions to be satisfied. All right. So right here and hit the enter button. Enter. Now see, there are 2 records here, with sales representative job title and also office code is 2. All right. Now suppose we add one more condition with it. So we would write here, and suppose we want the first name is equal to Julie. Now see, what is the data type of first name? Varchar. So again, within quotations, Julie. End the quotation, end the code by a semicolon. Now, what are our conditions? Our conditions are select star from employees, that is fetch all the results from the table employees, where job title is equal to sales representative, office code is 2, and first name is Julie. Now see here, all the conditions given here have to be simultaneously satisfied. Okay. Hit the enter button. Now see, only one record has come up. Okay. The first name here is Julie. Okay. Office code is 2. And the job title is sales representative. Now suppose we run this very same code. Okay. Now, but with or condition. All right. We want to fetch all the records wherever the job title is sales representative or the office code is 2. If either of the conditions get satisfied, the result should pop up. So now end the code with a semicolon and then hit the enter button. I would wait a minute for you guys to run this very I mean to write this very code, and then we will hit the enter button together. So I hope you guys have written this code. So hit the enter button now. Now see, either here, see, the job title is sales representative, okay, or the office code is 2. Wherever there is a sales representative or the office code is 2, the result have popped up. Okay, now we would run this one. Now suppose we would just change this one to, suppose we would just write here and, sorry, or we would just replace the ands with ors. Okay, or. So what do we want here? We want to fetch all the records from the table employee where either of the given conditions get satisfied. That is, either the job title is sales rep, or the office code is 2, or the first name is Julie. Okay, so now see here, the first name here is Julie. Okay, there is one. Okay, so now we would just hit the enter button and see the result. Okay, we have got this very thing. So either of the things, either of the conditions have got satisfied, and then it has got displayed here. Now we would check the not operator. Okay, so what is that? So select star from, sorry, the table name employees where not job title is equal to sales rep. Close the quotation and put a semicolon there. So select star, that is fetch all the records from the table employees where the job title is not sales representative. Okay, enter. Now see, all the records have been fetched where the job title is not a sales representative. So see here, none of the job titles here, none of the records corresponding to the job titles have shown. So all the job titles here, like our president, VP sales, VP marketing, sales manager APAC, sales manager EMEA, sales manager NA, that is North America, have popped up. Okay, now suppose we want to do here one more thing. We want to check. Okay, now suppose here we want to fetch all the records from the table employees where the office code is not 1. All right, so we would write here select star from, or suppose now first we want so we want to first check all the records from the table employee where the first name is not Leslie. All right, so here we would write select star from employees where not first name, be very careful with the spelling, is equal to within quotations Leslie, Leslie, within quotations and then semicolon. So we do not want any record which contains the first name Leslie. All right, so now put an enter, hit the enter button. Now see, the first name All the records have been fetched where the first name is not Leslie. Now suppose we want to check here. Select star, or suppose now we want only a few columns. Okay, select employee number. We do not want to fetch all the records here. Select employee number, comma, last name, comma, first name from the table employees, sorry. Okay, where not office code is equal to, within quotations, because the data type for office code was varchar, as we have already seen in the construction, in the structure of the table. Okay, so it would be within quotations. So suppose we do not want the records wherever the office code is equal to 1. All right, so write 1 within quotations and then put a semicolon. So I would give you a few moments to write this very code and end the code with a semicolon. I hope you guys have written the code here. So now we will hit the enter button. Now see, all the records have been shown wherever the office code is not 1. Now suppose for better readability, I would just add this very column office code also here. Office code, CODE. All right, so that we can check the office code column as well. So select employee number, last name, first name, office code from employees where not office code is equal to 1. Enter. Now see, all the records, not all the records, whichever column names we have mentioned here have popped up, and here the record does not contain office code is equal to 1. All right, so now I hope you guys have understood. Now let us just try in the other tables as well, so that you guys get more confident and have a grasp, a strong grasp for these very commands. So we would write here, suppose we will shift, we will just switch to some other table now. So just one more time, we will just write here show tables, semicolon, enter. Now suppose we want to check the orders, okay, or maybe the products. Suppose we would just check DESC, arrow, DUCTS, okay, products, semicolon, enter. All right, so we have seen here. Now we would just check, select star from orders, the table name, okay, and just the top 10 we want to check, enter. Okay, so the status is there. Okay, now suppose now we want to check, select star from orders where not status is equal to shipped. Okay, so we want to get all the records, all the values from the table orders where the status is not shipped. Only fetch those many records. Okay, so as the status is varchar, the data type. Okay, here see, where is it? Sorry, I have done a mistake. We would just do it once again. Not orders, it would be products. Here do you see TS? Enter. Okay, we would just check top 5 then. It is very difficult to read now. Okay, so now here, as you can see, let's check some unique records. So we would write here select distinct suppose we want to check the product name here. Select distinct product name from the table products. Okay, we do not want any limit or something. Sorry, product name from the table name products, and we do not want any top 5 or top n or top n values from the table. We want all the unique product names. Okay, enter. So these are the product names. Okay, the unique product names. So suppose we want to now check select star from products, okay, where not product name is equal to within quotations. What would we write here? Suppose we do not want the product name, the Titanic. Okay, the Titanic. In the quotation, put a semicolon, hit the enter button. Now see, all the records are being shown wherever the product name is not Titanic, the Titanic. Now see, there are only 109 rows here. All right, so we can see the only those very records are being shown where the product name is not the Titanic. So I hope you guys have understood those very syntaxes wherein we have to fetch the unique commands, the unique records. We use the keyword distinct along with select. Then for any kind of condition, we use the keyword where. All right, and then the operators also we have learned and we have practiced. So which are those operators? And so what is the property of and? The main property of and is that all the conditions mentioned have to be satisfied simultaneously. All right, so only those very records would pop up where all the conditions are satisfied simultaneously. Then we have learned or operator. What is the purpose of or operator? So either of the conditions mentioned have to be satisfied. Okay, so the records which satisfy either of the conditions would pop up. So that also we have checked. And then lastly, what we have checked is the not operator. Okay, so not operator, what does it do? It shows the results, okay, wherever that very operator is used. Like not operator, like without those very the values, all the other records would be shown except those very records which are like for which we have put the not syntax. All right, I hope this is clear to all of you guys, and so keep practicing. And if you guys have any doubt, feel free to reach out to us. We have already provided you with all the informations. You can either write a mail to us, or you guys can also contact us via Skype. And also a phone number has also been provided. You can also give us a call regarding your queries. We are always happy to help. So guys, keep practicing and happy learning, and also have a great day. Thank you so much, guys. See you guys in our next lecture. All right, have a happy learning and keep practicing. Bye bye.